Hello and welcome. I know I'm not sitting in front of a rat cage for this. There's one right there. I didn't feel like getting the tripod out, so, But anyway, today we're going to be talking about my cats here. Do you want to say hi, Dax? Dax. Dax. Thank you. Anyway, we're going to be talking about how to help rats gain weight if they're sick or very old. So it's pretty common for rats that are sick that they just don't want to eat. And there are a few things you can do to kind of help them along. Rats with sometimes also have teeth issues that can make it hard for them to eat their solid mix, or they're just getting outcompeted because it takes them longer to eat. That's true of old rats as well. The older the rat gets, the longer it typically takes them to eat. So like I had 2 rats that were over 3 years old, and both of them were being outcompeted just because it took them a lot longer to eat. That's also what's happening a little bit in this cage because Baker is a lot younger than Sunny and Foggy, and Sunny and Foggy take a while to eat. And also, a lot of time, older rats just don't want to get out of bed to get food. So the younger rats eat it all up by the time they get out. So yeah, sometimes a rat needs a little bit of help gaining weight. Usually it's the opposite, but if you have a rat that needs help gaining weight, I'm hoping that this video will help you. Let's look at the cat again. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, the first method. I don't currently have all the ingredients on hand, so I'll pop up a list of all the ingredients. So for this, a scoop could be literally any size scoop you want, depending on, oh my god, Baker. What you doing, Bake? Bake and shake? Baker boy. He's just like, Mom's being weird again. Anyway, I'll pop the ingredients up on the screen. So a scoop is just however big you want it to be. So I typically use, I think, a 1/4 of a cup scoop for my soakable mix. But you can use a spoon, you can mix it up daily, you could use a cup, half a cup, whatever you have on hand. And basically, this is a soakable mix, which is good for rats that are just having trouble eating their main diet, like if they have teeth issues, because this is a completely nutritionally balanced mix. So if you have a rat like with malocclusion, or if they're just having trouble keeping up with their cage mates, you can mix this up and you soak it before you get to this part, because you mix it up and it softens all the ingredients and it allows it to be much more palatable to the rat. And if you want it for weight gain mix, you do what I've done. You can also do this just to make it easier for them to eat too. But you do what I've done and you pop it into a food processor and just crush the crap out of it until it looks kind of like a powder like this. See, it almost looks like flour. And then this works for just like sick rats, just need more nutrition. But if you want them to gain weight with it, you make this. And this is a weight gain mix. So I'll pop up the recipe for it and I'll talk to you about how to make it real quick. But this is great for just rats that have teeth problems but aren't necessarily losing weight. But if they are losing weight, you can make them this. And it is a weight gain mix. So basically what this is, it's 2 scoops of their soakable mix, 2 scoops of Ensure or Pediasure powder, or 1 scoop of coconut powder, and 1 scoop of desiccated coconut. Coconut is what helps them really gain the weight, as is this. And this is good for rats that are having like teeth problems and losing weight, or rats that are particularly old and just need like a little boost but aren't sick, because rats that are sick might not be eating their normal mix, whereas rats with teeth problems or that are old are still probably trying to eat and are just a little bit slow. And this is great for rats like that, especially really old rats. Like I would give this to Ducky every day because she was super skinny toward the end. It's definitely the most complicated of the things that are on my list. I'll kind of go over why the other stuff is, while it's more easier to do, might not be the best option. But again, this is great for rats that just aren't necessarily sick, just need a little bit of extra help gaining weight. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up and show you how it looks. I'll mix and show you how it looks like that. And I only have 2 rats right now that are a little bit skinny. So I'm going to give them the other 2 methods, and this will go in with the gravies. Because while they don't need the help, they're thin and young and run on their wheel a ton. So it's fine to give it to them for the purposes of this video. All right, here's how it looks in the bowl. And you just mix it with water. I like to keep mine just a little bit chunky because that seems to be how the rats like it the best. But you can make it as chunky or as watery as your rats need or as much as they like. So I just come in, add a little bit of water, and then I'll stir it up. So here it looks all mixed up. So appetizing, right? But you'll just see the gravies go nuts for this, I bet. All right, let's see. Where are my children? There are my children. Hi, babies. Can you get off the door? I need you off the door. I can't open it if you're on the door. Okay, well, I guess we're opening this door. Come here. Come on, guys. Come here. Oh my God. See? They're loving it. Oh my God. So as you can see, rats do really tend to enjoy this. Oh, my loves. I love you guys so much. Look at them. Oh, my beautiful babies. Okay, so that's method number 1. So method number 2 is mixing baby rice cereal with Pediasure or Ensure powder. And the thing with this is it's a lot simpler. It's extremely nutritionally dense. This is basically like a meal replacement because it just has so many ingredients and stuff and vitamins and stuff in there. And while it's a lot easier than mixing up the other thing, I tend to only do this for really sick rats that need to gain a lot of weight because this is just like purely for weight gain. Whereas the other one is more for rats that need the extra nutrition that aren't getting it from their dry mix. So with this, it's for rats that have like a respiratory problem, or in Foggy's case, she has heart failure. She's losing a little bit of weight lately. She's very old. Rats that have HLD tend to lose a lot of weight as well. And so this is good for those kinds of rats. This is good for rats that don't necessarily like the third option, which we'll get to in a second, and I'll explain it more then. But it's good for rats that just need extra. They don't need more nutritionally balanced food. They just need a little bit of extra, but maybe even rats that are having a lot of problem chewing, because even the Soakable mix does require a lot of chewing, and sometimes rats get tired, whereas this is pretty soft. And I like to mix them together because mixing them together gives this a like almost fluffy texture that rats tend to really, really enjoy. So I'll kind of show you how I do it. So you just pour in however much rice you want, a little bit more than that. And then you go over here, you get a little scoop. You're not gonna put this whole thing in. I like to just kind of cover the top, and that's generally more than enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up and kind of show you what I mean about the texture. Again, so appetizing. But yeah, it has like a fluffy texture that the rats really like, and I find that this is the most popular of my options. They tend to go really nuts for this kind of mixture. My cat's right there. But anyway, let's go give it to Foggy and see how she likes it. Did you guys finish yours? Yes, you did. Foggy! Come here, Foggy. Foggy, come here. Come on. Come here, baby. Oh, let me help you. Oh, my old lady. My old lady. Would you like? Would you like? Yes. Good baby. Such a good baby. Is that good? Does that taste good? Yeah? You're such a beautiful baby. My old lady. My other old lady's down there wondering why she's not getting any. Alright. Oh, I'm not taking it away. I'm just going to pop it up in here. If Baker gets some, Baker gets some. It is what it is. Yeah? More? Good baby. There you go. Yeah, such a good baby. All right, you enjoy. And lastly, the easiest of all weight gain options is just to give them some Ensure. So Ensure is a protein nutritional shake, a meal replacement shake for humans that is extremely calorically and nutritionally dense. And for rats, it can really help them gain weight. Now, the reason I didn't just say just give them Ensure is because Ensure does have a lot of protein in it. It has, where is it? Whoop. Yeah, it has 9 grams of protein. And if you have an older rat, a much protein is not necessarily the best thing for them. And also, I have found that some of my rats just get too tired to drink the Ensure. So like my rats that have a respiratory problem, sometimes they just get so tired from trying to sit there and drink it that they kind of give up on it a little bit, because drinking just takes a lot out of them. Whereas the food, I find that they typically have a lot more gusto for and are willing to go for it for a lot longer. And the other issue with the Ensure is that it doesn't last very long. So once you open it, you only have like 2 to 3 days before it goes bad and you have to throw it out. And there is not a rat on this planet that can drink this much in 2 or 3 days and be okay afterward. So like that is a problem as well. I know some people who have had, I know one person who has had some luck in freezing the Ensure, but for me, I just don't necessarily see the benefit of doing that. So I prefer the powder with the oatmeal because it lasts a lot longer. Or the same is true of the weight gain mix that I gave to the gravies. It just tends to last a lot longer. You also have a lot more control over what goes into the weight gain mix. You pick all the ingredients, you decide everything. So this is a good option for some rats. But yeah, I just prefer to do other things as well. It really depends on what works best for the rat, because the rat is going to decide if they prefer solid food over liquid food, or the weight gain mix over the oatmeal and Pediasure powder. Like Ducky, for example, she started out on the weight gain mix, but toward the end of her life, she just didn't really like it that much because there are chunks in it still. And she just kind of got bored with it, and I switched her over to the rice oatmeal mix, and she loved that. And she never really necessarily went for just the straight up Ensure. So yeah, let's go ahead and go give this to Fitz, and I'll show you how much they love it. Now Fitz is an old man, and he's starting to show signs of HLD, and he's just kind of losing a little bit of muscle mass. He's been steadily losing weight for a bit. This is not Fitz, this is Suitor. What do you have in your mouth? Suitor, what do you got in there? Oh, don't worry about it, I guess. Fitzy. Hi, baby boy. You want some Ensure? Ooh. And this is just a really simple way to give him some extra nutrition. Hi, baby boy. Hi, baby. So yeah, as you can see, they do really enjoy it. It comes in 3 flavors. I just gave him vanilla. It's fine if Suitor gets a little bit. I don't care. Hi. Don't tip that. Do me a favor. Do not tip that. But yeah, that's the easiest method to give them a little bit of extra to help them gain weight. So yeah, I hope that was at least in some way helpful to you guys if you have a rat that needs to gain a little bit of weight. And those are the 3 methods I use. I'm sure some other people have some other methods, but I find that those work really well for me. So I hope that they helped you guys as well. So yeah, if you like that video, you know what to do. All the fun stuff down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!